Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's Huntley. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Huntley. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Bears at 4-9 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Huntley to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Huntley. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Zach Ertz has it complete, and he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Option play, here's Cook, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll give to Cook on the read option, and he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Huntley. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken around the 12. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Huntley. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. He's got the first down and more. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown Bears. Darnell Mooney. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Watson. And he'll find Moreau here. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the 44, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards that time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. To the air yet again, Watson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Raheem Mostert, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that can overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Off play action. Huntley. This ball caught by Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Huntley's throw completed to Mechie. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Off the play fake. Huntley. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
On the jump. Knock down Wyatt.
Off play action. Huntley. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Ready.
They'll run with Cook. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the line.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They try again with Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. James Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. And this one too low.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Mustang 19.
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. Give him an even gain of 10, but now it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. To throw is Watson. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Huntley under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. To try again after the sack. Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Carlson able to put this one through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go now. Cut back in. Cut back in.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Huntley. They'll roll him out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. Now Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Watson to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. To throw, Huntley. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Huntley to throw. They're going across the field. He connects with Mechie. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
Able to find Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Philadelphia, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bears,